Hello and welcome to the Pickup WNBA podcast. I'm your host, Cathryn Niker.
And I'm your other host, Freddie Rivas. What's up? What's good? I'll tell you what's good. Social media and that rocket that just blasted off. How about that, everybody? We are also a rocket blasting off, and the Comets will be blasting off. We'll get to that. But follow us on all of our social media accounts at the Pickup WNBA podcast. We're talking TikTok. We're talking Insta, and we're talking YouTube. And also the comments, the likes, the subscribes, the reviews. Bam, 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 bam. Do it. We love it. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Appreciate you, Freddie. These rockets, eh?
How about these rockets, huh? Just one, but how about it?
How about it? We got
Artemis. Sorry.
We got lots to cover today. This week we're doing the pickup as we always do, but we also have a huge tempo check episode as well for you to check out this week. We're talking everything you need to know about the expansion draft. Masai Ujiri joining the ownership group, lots of stuff happening there. So please look out for both episodes this week. It's going to be a good time. Let's start by going through the bracket challenge. Where are we at with the bracket challenge, Freddie? I have not had the best week. I went from 3rd to 10th, and then I bounced back to 7th. I feel like a stock exchange.
Yeah, although
I'm wild. I'm up and down.
See, okay, if you're a stock exchange, I'm like early days Bitcoin, where it's like people are investing and they're like, "Is something?"
But then you're gonna pop off. Then
could pop off. I could still, they do potential points in this, 151 potential points because I have 3 of the finalists.
It's 3 out of the 4.
3 out of the 4. So I got South Carolina and UConn. That's still looking great. That's perfect. And I got UCLA, and I had West Virginia, and West Virginia lost to Texas a little bit ago. But yeah, so I did not have Texas.
My final 4 is accurate.
You have all 4?
I have all 4.
Dang.
So I have 172 potential points. Who knows what that means? But look, we've got 2 leaders. We've got 2 people tied for first. Okay, we've got Kat and we got Bryce. Shout out to the 2 of you who have been on top this whole time, but just underneath you by only 1 point. We have a tie for second. Well, a tie for second. I don't know why it says first and then third. I guess there's 2 people first and then 2 people third. We have a tie for third between Brittany and Reese's Pieces. Yeah, by 1 point. They're only behind by 1 point. And then we've got a tie for fifth, and they're only behind by 2 points, which is Dan and Carrie. And then we've got a 3-way tie at 7th, which includes me, Galen, and Anya. So it's like, it is so close. This is still anybody's game. But Freddie, we never talked about what would happen if we have a tie. What if we have a tie winner? Does someone get league pass and someone else gets a tiny basketball that cost us $100 to send around?
This is the sort of thing that I feel like this is the sort of thing that makes you mad, but we're giving away 2 league passes if it happens.
That doesn't make me mad. Don't put me. Do not paint me in that light.
3 league passes.
Don't you dare paint me in that light.
4 league passes.
Why would that make me mad?
If there's 5 people, you get a seat on the rocket. Artemis. Yeah, but I'm kidding. But all jokes aside, anytime I talk about giving stuff away, Cathryn's like, no, don't. Our
I do
listeners
not
our
now
listeners
he's
don't
joking. I
deserve it.
never say that. I literally never say that. Oh my
Every time we hang out, Catherine's just like, there's no way I'm giving it like
god.
a I didn't even bring that up. I just said, "Do you want a beer?" And you just went off. Um,
We have not had a beer together in a very long time, actually.
I will say this, I think that March Madness and Yahoo and all the brackets, I think they do it pretty well because by the time you get to predicted score, really this is a curious question. Listeners, let us know, but I don't think that ties are a regular thing in the bracket. Even though it seems really close, I don't think because it's just that doesn't seem like that doesn't
It
seem
very well could sort itself out, but you're right, if we have 2 winners, then it's 2 league passes. Look,
yeah,
on
which would
RuPaul
make you furious, but it's
oh
all
my
good.
god, please don't lie, please don't believe
Who's your wait,
you're
who
it's so funny because 'cause you're smiling so hard, but, like, this is for sure a podcast and no one knows that.
gotta check us out on YouTube.
You gotta check us out on YouTube to
You
see
gotta
if
see my
Freddie's
baby
shitting it
toys
out.
in frame. Catherine, who is your final 2? Like, what's your final?
UConn and UCLA, and I have UConn winning it all.
Okay, I'm South Carolina, UCLA,
Oh.
and I have South Carolina winning it all in a fairly tight game, 81-77. So, uh, even that scenario, if it's like UCLA, South Carolina, like, I think a lot of people have UConn. I think a lot of people have UConn. So, my
Yeah.
for me, South Carolina is my ticket to making some noise, I think.
For yes, definitely. Also too, like, a lot of people have UConn, but I guess maybe technically it's an upset, but it's not an upset by much. Like, I think, I'm looking at this article here that has a bit of odds. The Huskies are favored to win by 6.5 points.
Oh, yeah, South
So
Carolina's nasty.
yeah, like, everyone's predicting this is gonna be a phenomenal game. It's a rematch of last year's final. Obviously, these are, like, the 2 arguably strongest programs in the
Mhm.
country. Um, so, yeah, this is gonna be a battle for sure. I have UConn winning just because I mean, yeah, they are favored, but I don't know. I just get that winner energy from them. There's no logic to it really at this point. Um, but yeah, I don't know if you have anything to chime in there with.
Well, just sort of, kinda stats watching a little bit, like, they're just let's start with South Carolina versus the versus TCU. Always gotta shout out Horned Frogs. Wonderful name. Um, a couple surprises there. We covered Tania Latson, um, in conversation and 3 points is like a 23-minute game, 3 points is not exactly sure what happened there. But I got McKeer. It got McKeer. I'll please correct me there. But 18 points off the bench. Massive, massive
Mhm.
performance. Joyce Edwards, 10 for 20. Like putting up 20 shots is huge. That's like a beast of a game. 24 points, 9 rebounds, 3 blocks. Good God, Joyce Edwards. And Raven Johnson had a really solid game. 2 threes and 4 for 12. Um, and then I thought maybe let's jump over to UConn since we're there. UConn from their last game, the stats that popped out to me. I mean, it's just UConn's so well rounded. It's rough. It's rough for anyone who plays against them. Look at this Sarah Strong stat line: 21 points, 2 for 5 from 3, 6 for 13 from the field, so, like, efficient, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 5 steals, and 3 blocks.
Yeah, it's insane.
21 points, 7 rebounds, 5 steals, 3 blocks. That is out of control and a fairly comfortable win, 70-52. AZ with 13 points, 5 turnovers, so sort of an unremarkable game from for AZ, but I think it kinda doesn't matter, you know?
Yeah, I
Just
guess
yeah,
when you're dominating to that extent, but you don't wanna
yeah,
see that number of turnovers.
this'll be a game that I would be shocked if it's a blowout either way. So these stars
Shocked.
and, like what's that?
No, I'm agreeing with you, shocked, I
Oh, yeah.
agree.
Um, and then, yeah, can we jump over to the other side, or do you have any more thoughts?
Just one other thing with TCU, just a shout out to Olivia Miles. She went out at this game. Um, I was able to catch the second half of this. She had what looked like a calf muscle soreness
Hmm.
sort of thing, and she wasn't able to really get back into the game. I'm pretty sure South Carolina was gonna win this anyways, but it definitely led to, like, the blowout, nature of this. But I gotta say, like, I just love watching Olivia Miles play. Like, I can't wait to see her in the WNBA.
Yeah, I saw that as well, just, the highlights 'cause I missed the game. But the injury was rough, and also Marta Suarez for anyone who's thinking, like, late first round W,
Mhm.
Marta is in the mix and had a decent game. But, yeah, South Carolina it's the college is weird for women's basketball because TCU is clearly a really, really solid, awesome team, but there's levels to this, man. South Carolina, it just looked like they're playing a different game, you know?
Mhm. Mhm. Okay, let's yeah, I'm happy to move on to UCLA versus Texas. Um
Yeah.
We've got Lauren Betts, obviously, continuing to have a phenomenal year. She's averaging 17 points, 8.6 rebounds per game. You know, the one thing that's kind of interesting about UCLA is that they also have Kiki Rice, Gianna Nepkins, Gabriella Jaquez, and you know they're like quote unquote big four. This is their last year for all of them, so it's kind of like an end of an era for like this iteration of the program, where, like, with other so with UCLA, you know, we've got Lauren Betts, of course, she's averaging 17 points a game, 8.6 rebounds. You know, she's also on the team. We've got Kiki Rice, Gianna Neepkins, Gabriella Jaquez, and, you know, they're quote unquote big four. This is their last year together. So it's really like the last year of this iteration of the program. And I wonder if that's just going to add a bit to like their fight as we get closer and closer, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, they've had such a smooth ride up until this point that it'll be interesting if, like, the combination of the emotions of that and, like, you know, combined with the very little, adversity they've had all year long, it like, what that will culminate to is something I'm looking forward to watching.
Yeah, I'm wondering, against Texas, if UCLA has a similar start, what they're going to be able to do because Texas is, I think, objectively a better team than Duke. Because check this out. So Duke outscores UCLA by 4 in both the first and second. And that's an 8-point lead. Then then Duke scores 19 points for the rest of the game.
Mm,
So UCLA like really, really, really locked it down in the second half. And I think, Lauren Betts 5 blocks. Like that's
mhm.
pretty nuts. So I wonder if they have that kind of sort of like that killer mentality that you need. And I wonder if there's an opportunity here for Texas to sort of like punch him in the mouth early on. You know what I mean?
That's a great point. I feel like that's gotta be their strategy going into it because I feel like if you let UCLA get off to a hot start, you know, the outcome could be evident pretty quickly.
Mhm.
So yeah, Friday night, Final Four, and then we got the actual finals happening on Sunday. And then we're gonna have a winner of our bracket challenge,
I
possibly 2
know.
winners, which I will be very happy about. just so everyone
Yes.
knows.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure, sure. Nobody believes you, man. Um, I'm just kidding. You know what? I just also want to shout out Texas here because they haven't got a lot of press, and they absolutely beat the Wolverines down.
Mhm.
Madison Booker, 19 points. Justice Carlton, 15 points. Very well rounded. Of their starting lineup, 5 people got 7 rebounds. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's just sort of like a
Damn.
swarming rebound style performance. 13 assists for Rory Harmon. So I mean 77-41. Yikes. Like I feel like that sort of score should not be happening when it's like the Elite Eight. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I mean Michigan was ranked second. So
Yeah.
they should have been closer than that. But yeah, I too am really excited to see who wins our bracket. Goodbye to Silas Swords. She had a great season, but yeah.
Let's move on to some other big WNBA news this week. The Connecticut Sun are officially moving to Houston, and the Houston Comets are reborn, and they will debut in 2027. They are joining the Houston Rockets group. They are sharing the same arena. Um, this has gotten a lot of like, oh, the deal was for $300 million.
Hmm.
This has gotten some mixed responses from the Connecticut Sun fan base who are officially losing their team. Although we knew it was being sold, but it's like not near Connecticut. Um, but you also have people who are just so happy to see a team in Houston again because, if anybody's new to the WNBA, the Houston Comets were the first dynasty of the WNBA, winning the first 4 championships of the league, led by Cynthia Cooper, Cheryl Swoops, Tina Thompson. This is like the era that I was able to watch as a kid. This is like, like in previous episodes throughout, the history of the show, I've talked about how, like, when we were younger, we had access to these, like, Sunday afternoon games on, like, NBC here in Canada, and then when they lost their TV deal, there was just no access to WNBA games for so long, but that's the era I remember, so for me, there's a bit of, like, a nostalgic, like, heartstrings being pulled to see the Houston Comets being back. Like, I think this is, like, a really big deal for the league. It's a big deal for that fan base to have their team again, because just as much as the Connecticut Sun fans are hurting, we've got Houston Comet fans who have been hurting, and so it's great to see them have their team again, and I think it's also really good for the legacy of this league to, I feel,
Hmm.
to reinstate this franchise. I kinda wish it happened through expansion and not through this sale, is my kind of personal opinion, but it is what it is, and, Freddie, we talked last summer about how the Boston Celtics group were interested in the Connecticut Sun. They even offered more money, but the league had to, veto that because they didn't go through the proper channels that all these other, ownership groups have, and, to me, it's like, that's Boston's fault. Like, they should have gone through, like, if they really wanted a team, they
Hmm.
should have gone through the proper channels to be qualified to get a team, so I think as the league continues to grow, hopefully that area of the Northeast can have a team again, and the Connecticut Sun fans won't go as long as these Houston Comet fans have gone, but honestly, I'm really excited to see a team in Houston. Really excited.
So well said. I think you really hit it with what I see as a show of strength for the
Mhm.
WNBA.
Mhm.
To have a to have any champion, I mean, every league has teams move around and, it's like they cities become these trivia questions where, whatever the Minnesota Lakers or whatever it might be, there's franchises and teams that have won a championship and were a really good team, and then the city loses it and moves around, that sort of thing. But to have a dynastic team that won 4 championships in a row, the first 4 championships,
Mhm.
not be in the league
It's
is
wild.
unacceptable, and that finally changing is incredible. I think overall this is so great, but, hearing you say, like, it this you wish it happened in expansion, I do too, and I think there's just so many things that brought me and you into this league, like, after we already started covering it, there's so many things I've learned and I'm still learning where I'm like, "What? This exists, like, nowhere else that I know of, that's amazing." The Mohegan tribe owning a team is completely unprecedented in sports, to have a tribe own a team.
Mhm.
Like, that's absolutely wild.
And the
They
amount of money that they've made too through the sale.
Yeah, they bought it for 10 mil just under $10,000,000 and sold it for $300,000,000, which is, like,
Yes.
absolutely
Beyond.
bonkers. But, yeah,
Mhm.
we have listeners who are fans of the Sun and root for the Sun, and they're just gonna lose their team, and it's just devastating. I think I'm
Mhm.
really fortunate to be in a place like Toronto where we're just I think for Americans, obviously, we're not on the level of, like, your major markets, but we're sort of like a big fish in our pond, so generally, the idea of Toronto ever losing any of its teams is not it's not real. Like, it's not a thing.
Yeah, it's too large of a market for
It's
that
too lar
to
it's too large of a
realistically
market,
happen. Yeah,
there's just too much money here, and again, for Americans that might not know, we're New York and LA are bigger than Toronto, and then after that, it's basically like we're similarly sized to, like, Atlanta and Chicago. So we're quite
mhm.
big, but yeah, I really, really feel for the Sun, and they also, like, they're not just the team that was floating around. I'm gonna take a couple strays here. They're not like Dallas, you know what I mean?
No, they've
Like,
been like, a aside
the
from last season, they've been a
like
very
a
relevant,
very
competitive
relevant team,
team.
like, especially us coming into this league, like, Jonquel Jones was the MVP, right? Like, coming into,
Regular
the
appearances either in the finals or in the
yeah,
semifinals. Yeah, yeah.
so it really, really sucks for them, and, yeah, I mean, me, I like to make everything about clowns somehow, but there's a clown philosophy that I love, and, it's called clown neutral, and an easy way to think about it is when someone's going away that you love for a really awesome opportunity, you are able to hold 2 feelings, 2 spaces. You're sad and devastated that they're leaving, and you're equally elated and excited to see them go on their journey, and I feel that in
Hmm,
this moment. Like, I feel so happy, and, like, it just seems right for Houston, and then it seems kinda wrong for Connecticut.
mhm. Yeah, I completely agree.
Cloud neutral. Talk to me. Rock it.
Clown neutral, can't. Um, okay, I think it's time for your fun question.
FFQ, here we go. So, my FFQ, jumping off of how much money the Mohegan tribe won, or got in this deal.
Mhm, mhm.
Catherine, what is your best, like, return on investment? Like, what is the best deal you can think, like, that you've made in your life? Like, something that just kinda cashed out for you or lasted a long time or whatever?
Yeah, this is a fun one. So nothing anywhere near
Yeah,
$300,000,000.
I hope sorry, I wish
Nothing near
you
$10
were hiding out.
million. No, 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 imagine. No, so when I was, yeah, I think I was like 14, there like my school is really big into like the Terry Fox run, which is like a charity run for cancer here. It's a big deal. It happens every year. and there was a prize
Mhm.
that was a autographed basketball by the entire Toronto Raptors team, and it was during Vince Carter's rookie season.
Wow, okay.
And for whatever reason, this little club that was organizing it was having a hard time selling tickets. They were like $10 each, just for inflation, I don't know, a lot of money. And because they were having a hard time selling tickets, a friend of mine who was in the club was like, we've dropped the price for tickets and you can get 4 tickets for $1. So I bought like 40 tickets and I won.
I love this.
And, I have this basketball to this day. I've kept it. I have a letter of authentication. I bought a case for it. It lives in the case. It does not come out of the case. And for me, like, I don't know the actual value of this basketball, probably a
Mhm.
couple thousand. Um, but for me,
Mm.
it's like literally one of those, like, if there's a fire, I mean, I have to grab the dog, maybe some photo albums.
Hey, please save Zelda.
Yeah, I am gonna save Zelda, and trust and believe this dog as much as I love my dog, she does not have any survival skills. Like, her only survival skill is to look to the nearest human. I will have to pick her up. Even though she has 4 legs and could run, she'll look at me and I'll be like, "Okay, I have to pick you up to get you out of this fire." But taking this basketball after Zelda, after the photo, like, the old family photos, it's this basketball. And if I have time, like my laptop and my devices just to save myself time and
Sure,
money and
sure.
angst, but, that's it.
I love it. That's a really, really good one. I'm curious what it would be worth. If we have any kind of,
I don't know, maybe I mean, I
listeners
don't
who
know.
know that thing, like, well, let us know because that could be my brother Thomas,
Yeah.
my little brother is like a big Raptors collector, so I should
Mhm.
ask him because 'cause he's got a lot of weird stuff, a lot of rare stuff, but this is really that's something else.
Can I share the random thing that I found that I gave
Sure.
to your brother? So, I was just walking the dog and I found this, like, this plaque with photos and an autograph of, former Toronto Raptor Terrence Ross, who is most known for playing for the Orlando Magic,
You mean
and
Flight
I
31, yeah, go on.
yeah, and it was just on the street, like, next to garbage, like, somebody was just throwing it out, and so I took a photo of it and posted it on Instagram, and I was like, "Does somebody want this?" And your brother, like, got back to me so fast. It was like, I don't even think I'm not in your brother's algorithm, but the gods were working in his favor, and, like, he saw it so fast. And, he came by and picked it up, and he was so excited, and he took a photo of, like, his wall where he put the picture, and, like, he's a proper collector. Yeah, it was really cute.
Shout out to my boy T. Not T Ross, although him too, but, Thomas, my brother. Okay, here's mine, although just I gotta throw that out there. I used to do this show, the NBA lineup, and I do have 3 Jordan brand shoes that are all collector editions.
Oh.
And I've had them for, I guess, about almost 10 years now. Got some Mambas, I got some Black History Month Jordans, some Cable Knit Jordans. And yeah, so there's something, like there's like a but what I don't have is like I've opened the case and like I haven't worn them, but it's not quite sort of protected in the same way that you have. But here's mine. Uh, so I mean, I'm sure nothing about me is a mystery, but I grew up pretty poor, and life of hand-me-downs. Pardon me.
Mhm, mhm.
Um, and I realized this like a couple months ago, and I told my partner, and she was like, "What?" So my oldest brother, Francisco, had this like gray fleece hoodie, right? And it was just a hand-me-down, and at some point it ended in my ended up in my basket. He's 3 years older than me, and he basically, I've had this hoodie since I moved out on my own since I was 17, 18.
Mhm.
I'm almost 40. I still wear this. This thing has been put through countless washing
Wow.
and drying machines and is like untouched. It's not like a fancy or nice hoodie. Like I don't wear it out really, but I do stuff in it and it's comfortable. And you know what? I'm wearing it next week just to show everybody. But I don't know what the hell this thing's made of, but it's like untouchable. There's no moth like holes. There's nothing.
Wow.
So whoever made this like made it right. So uh
You should look at the tag and see, what material it is, or
yeah,
if
it
it's just one material, like, cause like, so many of our clothes, it's like a blend, it's like a polyester cotton blend,
right.
but, like, I wonder if it's, like, just cotton or something like that, that
Hmm.
makes it, like, more, durable, or just
Yeah,
like
so
a jersey knit. I don't know,
maybe
I don't know
like
all my materials, but
fair.
that's really
Like
cool.
I won't be making money off of this, but I've made money off of it. You know what I mean?
You've saved money with it.
Save money off of it.
Yeah, yeah, that's really cool. Wow. Well,
Well,
you should wear it next week.
I will.
I think the thing for me as a woman of a size, what impresses me is that you have clothes that fit you for that long. Like, I don't have clothes that have fit me for 20 years or longer. That's crazy to me. Like, it would
Yeah.
have to be a poncho. Like, there's no, like
I
there's
have
no
been
t-shirt, there's
roughly
no nothing that would fit me from then to now.
I'm a lot softer around the edges, I'll say that. But I'm roughly the same size that I was when I was 14.
No,
Like
it's very
definitely
annoying.
40 pounds heavier. But this was a big hoodie. So it was like a baggy hoodie. You know what I mean?
40 pounds heavier. I'm like, I'm double that. I think I'm like 80 pounds heavier.
Which is natural. I think that's how aging is supposed to work.
No, I don't know. Sound off in the comments. I'm kidding.
Sound off in the comments. Don't let Catherine talk shit about herself. People have stood up for you by the way. Like there's
People
a
have stood
growing
up for
network.
me.
Yeah, there's a growing network of people being like, Catherine, don't say that about yourself.
I appreciate you, and literally all my friends do the same. So you're with me.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's wrap it up there. That was a fun one. Thank you everyone for listening and tuning in. Remember, there's 2 episodes this week of the pickup and tempo check. Really excited for the expansion draft. We're gonna recap that Final Four. It's a fun time. It's a really fun time. So, thank you again. Remember to like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll catch you later.
Catch you later. Peace out, everybody.
Bye.